This is the book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey depart not. First and foremost, I would like to say, Kala Yah Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash, the ones to the apostles and elders, great Nelson, Ruel. Peace, blessings, salutations to the whole like to all you brothers out there pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Shalom to all you brothers, stay strong, pushing the quick lesson. And I want to speak on Esau, the so-called white man, being the biggest thief in the history of mankind. Okay, this devil has gone throughout the planet stealing everything from not just our people, okay, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, the true Hebrew Israelites, but even from the other nations, okay. The other nations have caught or have been, how can I say, victimized as well by Esau, the so-called white man. So when it comes down to it, like the precept says, even when the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of Yahushua is established, the other nations are going to be, how can I say it? They're going to be happy. They're going to be joyful. Okay, because the real children of the Lord, okay, the children of the Most High are going to be in power. Okay, I forgot how this precept goes, word for word, but there is a precept that said, pretty much goes into that. How these other nations are going to be happy and joyful that us, the Israelites, are going to be put back in the power. Okay, because we're going to rule in righteousness. Okay, we ain't going to be ruling in oppression, in wickedness, like so-called white man is. Okay, we're going to be ruling in righteousness, and there's going to be peace back on the earth. So even these other nations are going to be happy. Okay, but like going back to the main topic that I want to speak on is Esau being the biggest thief throughout the history of mankind. Okay, now once again, Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. What is the bloody city? That's talking about America. Okay, because a lot of the majority, or not the majority, but a lot of Israelite blood has been shed in this land, what is known as North America or America, right? The USA or whatever, right? So this is the bloody city. Okay, our blood has been drenched on the soils of this wicked place. Okay, which this place was once flourishing with trees and life, animals. But what did Esau come and do? He came and completely, stole the land from our people, okay, so-called Native American Indians and so-called Mexicans, completely took it away from us, and he started building these different, all these different cities, pretty much becoming a concrete jungle. So the beauty of this land was completely wiped away by this devil. Okay, and he made it this disgusting, smelly kingdom that they called the best country in the world, which is not. Okay, this place is full of lies, robberies, wickedness, evil, demonic energy out there, man. So once again, Nahum chapter 3 verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. Exactly, robbery. Why? Because like I said, this land is not Esau's land. Okay, this land is really from, it was really, or not really, it was our people's land. Okay, and this devil completely came and stole everything. Okay, the resources, the goods, okay, all the gold and silver, right, so on and so forth, everything that this land has to provide. Okay, these devils took it for themselves. It says the prey departed not. And who is the prey? It's talking about us, okay, the Israelites. Okay, because we are still here to this very day being lied to, being stole from, okay, being oppressed, being destroyed every day, okay, to this very day. Okay, so now let me go ahead and get the book of Ezekiel. Okay, there's a book of Ezekiel 22, verse verse 29. It says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. Exactly. And the people of the land is talking about Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, they've used oppression and still use it to this very day. Okay, look, just because let's say you're an Israelite, right? So-called, or not so-called, but let's say you're an Israelite, right? So-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, and you think you have a little money, you think you got it good in this place, but guess what? At the end of the day, you're still being oppressed. Okay, it doesn't matter how rich you are, how famous you are. If you're Jake, you're still gonna go through hell. Okay, you're still gonna catch hell, because look at all these famous Jakes that came and went. Look at all the troubles they had to go through and still go through. At the end of their lives, they lose their money, they lose their fame. Okay, the FBI goes after them. A lot of them are assassinated. A lot of them are killed. Okay, because in this place is not our rest. Like the scripture says, okay, this place is not our rest. This land is not our rest. So if you're Jake, we're still underneath the curse, no matter how rich and famous you are, because guess what? At the end of the day, the Most High is gonna, curse you. Okay, like I said, look at Michael Jackson. Okay, look at all these famous people. At the end of the day, the curses will always fall upon our people. Okay, you cannot run the curses. Okay, the curses are still on us until Yahushua comes and saves and delivers us. Well, first of all, when I say us, Lord willing, one of the elect, the hopeful elect, okay, he's only going to come and save the 144,000 and the 1/3. But until then, we're still underneath the curses. Okay, but once again, Ezekiel 22 verse 29, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery. Exactly. So, like I said, they completely stole everything away from us. Not just our land, but even our heritage. Okay, even they stole our identity of who we are. Okay, the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, now they claim they're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, or they call themselves Jewish, right? Or Israelis, which those ain't the correct terms, according to the scriptures. Okay, you're supposed, if you're that's the true identity you're supposed to call yourself is Hebrew Israelite. Okay, there's no such thing as Israelis or Jewish in the Bible. Okay, so that's another reason that these people are not the real Jews. They're not the real Israelites. Okay, but and exercise robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Okay, who's the poor and needy? That's when every time it talks about the poor and needy, it's talking about the Israelites. Okay, it says, yea, they have oppressed a stranger wrongfully. Okay, so these devils are the biggest thieves, throughout the history of mankind. Okay, there's no bigger thief than Esau. Okay, the so-called white man. And like I said, what do you think all these recent wars are about out there in the Middle East? Okay, the wars that are happening out there is because, the real reason is because of the crude oil that's out there that the Ishmaelites have out there. Okay, the so-called Arabs. Okay, this ain't about freeing the people out there. Oh, look, they got tyrants ruling over them. They got dictators ruling over them. We gotta help the people out. They don't give a fuck about the citizens out there. Okay, the reason why they declare war on the other countries out there is because there's something that they want. Okay, it's never about no justice and peace and trying to save these people from these quote unquote tyrants and dictators. That's a bullshit. That's the front they put out there. Okay, that's the propaganda that they put out there. But the real reasoning is because they want to take the goods and the resources that those lands have to offer, and they want it all for themselves. That's what it's all about. Okay, you can't. I mean, come on, 2022, and you can't be that stupid. Okay, that's the true agenda of these devils is to take everything for themselves, and that's been going on for over, ever since Esau came over here. Okay, what, 400, 500 years? Okay. Let me go ahead and get the book of John, or St. John chapter 10 verse 10, and it says, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Exactly. And like I said, who is the thief talking about in this precept? Is talking about Esau, the so-called white man. He comes not before to steal. Okay, he stole everything away from us, and to kill, which the real word right there should be murder. Okay, there, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, there's a difference between killing and murdering. Okay, Esau is a murderer. Okay, he's a murderer. Okay, because sometimes to kill is not a bad thing. Because let's say you kill a pedophile, okay, which in according to the law you could kill. You're supposed to kill, okay, not murder but kill a alphabet individual. Now, of course, that ain't the time for that. Okay, because the Lord is gonna handle that. But guess what? In the kingdom, ain't gonna be none of that shit going on. Okay, but according to the precepts, according to the scriptures, okay, there's certain things that you have a right to, there's certain sins that you're supposed to be killed for. Okay, so in my opinion, there is a difference between killing and murdering. Murdering is you committing murder. Okay, doing it in wickedness. Okay, unjustly. Okay, it says, and to kill and to destroy. Exactly. Ever since Esau came over, he completely destroyed us. And he put it, he gave us his languages, right, to speak Spanish, English, French, Portuguese, right? he gave, he pushed his philosophies, his wicked ways on us, his religion, to worship so-called white Jesus. God is white. The real people of God are white. Okay, that's what Esau pushed on us. Okay, to this very day, look, to this very day, our people still believe in that bullshit. Christianity, Catholicism. Okay, and now even Islam and all that other dumb shit that our people are following. Buddhism. Okay, so that's what Esau brought to us. Okay, that's how he also destroyed us. He destroyed us not just on a physical level. Okay, putting us in captivity, conquering us, but also he destroyed us spiritually by feeding us those demonic philosophies and religions. Okay, but it says, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Okay, now this is Yahushua talking. Okay, and this is what he's gonna give us, man. Okay, that's the reason why we come into this truth, because he's gonna give us life. Right now, we ain't living, man. Okay, yeah, we're breathing and walking around, right? But we ain't living. Okay, this ain't life. This ain't what life is supposed to be, man. Okay, Yahushua, as soon as we come into this truth, man, we're living. Okay, we became living. Okay, and he gave us hope and faith to understand that, look, something's better is coming, man. Follow me, follow my ways, and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you the whole world. Okay, I'm gonna give you everything. So it's best to follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, and he said, continuing on in the words of Yahushua, he says, and that they might have it more abundantly, man. Exactly. Okay, fuck this place, man. Why do you want to become famous and rich in this place? Okay, like I said, this place, this is not our rest. Okay, this is not our kingdom. This is a kingdom of Esau. Okay, this is Esau's world. Okay, remember the precept in 2nd Ezra says, Esau's the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So the next world to come is going to be us ruling and governing this place in righteousness. Okay, so fuck this place, man. We shouldn't even want to make it in this place, okay? Just wait for the kingdom of Yahushua. Okay, that's where he's going to give it to us more abundantly. And we're going to be, okay, ain't going to be no Edomites ruling side by side with us, or any of these other nations ruling side by side with us, okay? That's going to be a complete, Israelite dominion with these other nations underneath us, beginning with Esau, okay? Because, hey, these other nations, they got to pay too, okay? But they're only going to pay for a while. Because then eventually, okay, we're going to kind of, give them a little leeway. We're going to give them a little freedom, okay? But when it comes to Esau, we're going to eradicate them. We're going to exterminate them from off the face of the earth. But that's another lesson, okay? But once again, John chapter 10, verse 10, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Okay, and that's pretty much the main point I wanted to get. Okay, and that's what Esau does, man. That's what he's known for. Okay, now let me go same book, but different chapter, St. John chapter 8, verse 44, and it says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. Now, going back to the murderer, right? The thief coming out before to steal and to kill, which really, it should be murder, okay? But to steal and to murder and to destroy, right? This is talking about Esau, the so-called white man, but this is talking about his forefather, because believe it or not, Esau came back in the reincarnation, which he was Cain. Okay, Esau was Cain, back in the reincarnation. So the murder is talking about Cain, but these devils, these Edomites are really also, their the father is Cain as well. Okay, they're also known, as Cain. They come from Cain as well. Okay, that's the point I want to make. Okay, Cain represents Esau. Okay, so he was a murderer from the beginning. Okay, that's all Esau does. Okay, he goes around the planet murdering people. Okay, declaring war on people. Okay, here it is. Okay, right? This devil saying, okay, look, we're coming to these different countries to protect the citizens, right, of these different lands and nations. But if that was the case, then why the fuck are they bombing innocent children? The same people they're saying that they're going to save, why in the fuck are they bombing the shit out of them? Okay, why are they murdering these little children, bombing, hospitals and schools where these innocent people that they're supposed to save, right, that they're supposed to help, why the fuck are they being murdered? Okay, by the hundreds of thousands, man. Okay, why the fuck, which people don't talk about this, but it came out in certain news stations how these devils, like the Australian army, the American army, the British army, they were going around different towns in the Middle East, and they were talking to people, and if they didn't give them nothing, okay, if they didn't give them nothing, they were executing, murdering those people in those different little towns or whatever. Why? How come the media doesn't want to talk about that? If they're supposed to be out there defending these people, but here it is, these people don't, these so-called innocent people out there, they don't know shit. They don't know shit about the Taliban or the ISIS. But here it is, they're giving those people an ultimatum. Look, if you don't give us at least one thing, we're gonna execute you. And we're talking about families being executed, man, women being raped by Esau, the so-called white man. You see, so I mean, come on, people out there gotta use logic, man. Okay, these people ain't out there to protect those people out there from those quote unquote dictators and tyrants. They're out there to take everything by force, even if it has to be murder. They don't give a fuck, man. They only care about what they want. They don't care about nobody else but themselves. So it says he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. Exactly, because like I said, man, when these devils talk, they talk a good game, right? But everything that comes out of the mouth is a bunch of lies. There's no truth in these devils. Okay, which the word devil means deceiver. Okay, and this is what these devils do, man. The tongue that the power, one of the powers is the tongue. Okay, like the precept says, the words were smoother than butter. But their hearts were filled with war, something like that, right? So that's what the true intentions of these devils is to lie, right, and make the people believe it. Using propaganda, using the news, different media stations or whatever, and let the people believe it. And then they go out there and they really do what they want to do, and then what they're really doing, they don't talk about it. Okay, the media doesn't talk about what they're really out there doing, which is executing, murdering innocent people, bombing the fuck out of these people. Okay, so once again, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Okay, but let me see if I have another one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But the main point that I'm making is Esau is the biggest thief of them all. Okay, he likes to point the finger at everybody else. Oh, look, these people are out there stealing. We got, doing this and doing that. No, you devils are the biggest thieves in the history of mankind. Okay, that's the point I want to make. And you devils are doing that to this very day. Just go turn on the news, and you'll see these devils out there in different countries declaring war on these people that don't. You devils, always stick your nose in other people's businesses, man. Okay, which you have nothing to do with. Okay, but that's what the devil does, man. That's what the devil does. He'll go out there and steal everything for himself. Okay, but anyways, with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. Until next time, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat. Say shalom.